Yesterday, the world of robotics changed forever. Not in a factory, not in a high-tech lab, but right here, in the living room. This is Neo, and for $20,000, it can be yours. A 5'5", 66-pound humanoid butler that will come into your home, connect to your Wi-Fi, and, while you're at work, fold your laundry. This is not a drill. This isn't another shiny prototype from Boston Dynamics that you'll see on Twitter and forget about. This is a real consumer product, available for pre-order right now in the US. But it comes with a catch, a massive one. A catch so profound, it might change our entire concept of privacy forever. Because when this robot gets confused, when it doesn't know what to do, it can call for help. And that help isn't a better algorithm. It's a real human employee at a company called 1X who can log in, see through your robot's eyes, hear through your microphones, and take control of its body. The internet is predictably on fire. Headlines are exploding. Meet Neo, the $20,000 robot that can spy on you too. OpenAI-backed 1X just launched the iPhone of robotics. A 22-decibel laundry-folding telepresence spy? Is this the iPhone moment for home robotics? The start of a revolution that ends housework forever? Or is it the most sophisticated and most expensive surveillance device ever invented? In this video, we are doing the single deepest dive you will find on the Neo robot. Who is this mystery company that just beat Tesla to the punch? What is this tendon drive technology that makes it so strong, yet safer than any robot before it? And how does this 1X expert system really work? By the end of this, you'll be able to answer the one question everyone should be asking. Are you paying for a helper? Or are you paying $20,000 to let a complete stranger into your home? All right, let's get this out of the way first. When you hear humanoid robot, your brain probably goes to one of two places. You either think of the terrifying, parkour-obsessed, military-funded machine that is Atlas, or you think of Elon Musk's Optimus, which has been, let's say, a work in progress. And for the last 2 years, the entire narrative has been a two-horse race, Tesla versus Figure AI, another heavyweight, to see who could build a robot for the factory floor. To move boxes, to work on an assembly line, to do structured, repetitive tasks in a controlled environment. The robot that just broke the internet? It's neither of them. This is 1X. You might not have heard of them. Until 2022, they were called Halodi Robotics. They're a Norwegian-American company that has been working in the shadows, quietly developing a different kind of robot. And they have a secret weapon that nobody else has. They are backed heavily by OpenAI. Yes, that OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT and DALL-E. This isn't just a hardware company. 1X isn't just building a machine. They're building a body for a brain, a physical chassis for the world's most advanced artificial intelligence. And this is where the entire strategy changes. This is the single most important part of the story. 1X's entire strategy is a complete and total gamble. It's a consumer-first offensive. While Tesla is trying to teach Optimus how to work in a predictable, sterile, perfectly lit factory floor, 1X is going straight for the final boss, the human home. Think about it. Your home is the most complex, unpredictable, and chaotic environment on Earth. Nothing is ever in the same place twice. The lighting is terrible, pets and children are dynamic, low-lying obstacles, and the tasks are infinitely variable. You don't just fold laundry. You have to find the laundry, sort it, deal with a rogue red sock, and then try to figure out how to fold a fitted sheet, which, let's be honest, even we can't do. 1X and OpenAI are betting that if they can build an AI that can master this, the factory floor will be child's play. They're using the home as the ultimate training ground. Your living room is their new data center. But to do that, you can't just send in a 300-pound metal skeleton. You can't have a robot that sounds like a construction site and could accidentally crush your cat. You have to build something different. The first thing you notice about Neo is what it's not. It's not a Terminator. It's not a machine. It's designed to be approachable. 1X calls it an essentialist design. It's meant to blend in, to look like a piece of high-end, minimalist furniture that just happens to be able to walk. It wears a soft, neutral-tone knit suit. It's not an it. They want you to see it as a companion. But the most revolutionary part of the design isn't what you see, it's what you don't hear. This robot operates at 22 decibels. A modern refrigerator is about 30 to 40. A human whisper is 30. This robot is quieter than a whisper. It's designed to move through your home without being an auditory intrusion. It's the definition of a silent butler. And then there's the strength. This is the spec that's baffling engineers. The robot itself weighs only 66 pounds, that's 30 kilograms. That is incredibly light. It's light enough that if it did fall on you, it's not a catastrophic bone-crushing event. But it can lift over 150 pounds. How? It's not using heavy, powerful, and dangerous motors in its joints, like a traditional robot. It's using a patented system called a tendon drive. This is a bio-inspired design. Instead of putting a heavy, high-torque motor at the elbow and another at the wrist, 1X moved the motors into the torso. Then it runs strong, lightweight tendons or cables down the limbs. This does two profound things. First, it makes the limbs incredibly light. This is called low inertia. Second, it makes the robot compliant. Compliant is the most important word in robotics. It means it's not perfectly rigid. Those tendons have a tiny bit of give, just like yours. If this robot's arm bumps into you, it's not like being hit by a steel beam. It's gentle. It yields. It's a soft robot, built from the ground up to be safe around your kids, your pets, and your fragile, clumsy human body. So we have a silent, soft, surprisingly strong body. But what about the brain? This is where the OpenAI partnership comes in. Neo is a walking, talking smart home hub. It has audio intelligence, using 4 microphones to know when you're talking to it versus just talking near it. It has visual intelligence. It can look at your kitchen counter, identify a tomato, a loaf of bread, and a head of lettuce, and you can ask it, "What can I make with this?" And its onboard LLM will say, "Looks like you have the ingredients for a BLT." Its core utility, according to 1X, is the chores feature. You can give it a list of tasks. Neo, tidy the living room, fold the laundry in the basket, the dryer, and then water the plant in the office. And this is where we have to pause and be honest. The demos are impressive, but they are also slow. Glacially slow. It moves with a deliberation that might drive you crazy if you're in a hurry. It's not the high-speed Jetsons helper we've all dreamed of. It's not perfect. It's still learning. And how it learns is the single most important and most terrifying part of this whole story. Here is part 3 of the script. This section runs from approximately 25 minutes to 35 minutes, covering the strategic robot race. So, we have a robot. It's quiet, it's soft, it's strong, and it's smart. But it's not perfect. As we saw, it's slow, and it's still learning. And how it learns is the central burning question of this entire revolution. It's the part of the story that turns this from a simple product review into a deep ethical dilemma. This isn't just a new gadget. This is a new social contract. When your Neo robot encounters a task it has never seen before, it gets stuck. Maybe you bought a new brand of coffee, and the bag is a different shape. Maybe your dog knocked over a glass, and there are dangerous reflective shards on the floor. The robot's AI, for all its training, doesn't know the safe or correct procedure. It stops. In the past, this is where the story ended. The robot was a failure. You'd get frustrated, nudge it out of the way, and clean up the mess yourself, cursing the $20,000 piece of high-tech furniture. But 1X has a solution. It's called the 1X Expert. On your phone app or with a voice command, you can summon an expert. When you do this, a human teleoperator at a 1X facility, potentially thousands of miles away, is granted access. This operator, wearing a VR headset, logs into your robot. They see what it sees, they hear what it hears, and using their own set of controls, they take over Neo's body. This human pilot, this 1X expert, then completes the task. They see the new coffee bag, guide the robot's delicate hands to open it properly, and show the AI how it's done. They assess the broken glass,
remotely pilot the robot to get a dustpan and broom, and carefully clean up the dangerous mess. The chore gets done, and more importantly, the entire interaction is recorded. It becomes a new piece of training data fed back into 1X's central AI model. That model is updated, and a patch is sent out to all Neo robots. Your robot, and every robot, is now smarter. It has learned how to handle that specific, novel task. This right here is the social contract, as 1X's own CEO, Bernd Bornich, describes it. You are not just buying a product. You are participating in a global data-gathering operation. You are the human in the loop, the one who provides the environment and the problems so that a remote worker can provide the solutions. In theory, this is brilliant. It's an ingenious way to solve the last-mile problem of robotics. It's how you get a robot to adapt to the infinite chaos of a human home. It creates a data flywheel. The more people use Neo, the more data it gathers, the smarter the AI becomes, which makes the robot more useful, which makes more people buy it. It's the same model that made Tesla's autopilot so dominant. But the implications are staggering. Let's just state the obvious. You are, by choice, allowing a stranger to have a live, high-definition audio-visual feed from inside your home. This isn't a stationary camera like a Ring doorbell, which only sees your porch. This isn't a smart speaker, which only listens. This is a mobile, human-sized entity with stereo cameras for eyes and 4-directional microphones for ears, capable of walking into any room in your house. 1X, to their credit, knows this sounds terrifying. They are trying to get ahead of the privacy nightmare by building in guardrails. First, they claim that remote access is always permission-based. The operator can't just log in whenever they want to check in. You, the owner, must explicitly approve each session. Second, the robot has a clear visual indicator. Its ear lights are designed to change color when it's being remotely piloted, so you theoretically know when you are being watched. Third, the owner has control. Through the app, you can designate no-go zones. You can, and absolutely should, map out your bedrooms, your bathrooms, and your personal office as restricted areas. The robot will not enter them, whether autonomously or supposedly under remote control. Fourth, 1X claims there are features to blur sensitive objects or even people from the operator's view, though the specifics on how this works are still vague. This is the sales pitch. But we have to be realists. We have to be skeptics. We have to think not just about how the system is designed to work, but how it will fail or be abused. Let's talk about the human element first, the 1X expert. Who is this person? It's a 1X employee, a person paid to do a job. Are they vetted? Do they have extensive background checks? What's to stop a disgruntled employee or just a curious one from accessing a live feed? What's to stop them from taking a screenshot or using their personal phone to record your screen? We are putting an enormous amount of trust in the corporate and security culture of 1X. We are trusting that their hiring practices, their internal monitoring, and their HR policies are all perfect. We've seen time and time again from every major tech company that this is never the case. There is always a human loophole. A remote operator could listen in on your private financial conversations. They could observe your family arguments. They could see your passwords as you type them at your kitchen table. They could see your children. The no-go zones are a good idea, but they only work if they are perfectly respected. What if you're in your living room, a go zone, and you're having a sensitive conversation and you forgot you enabled a remote session to clean up a spill? The robot is just standing there, silently, streaming everything. And what about that ear light? It's a great visual cue, but what if you don't notice it? What if you're in another room? What if the light malfunctions or a software bug prevents it from turning on? It's a single point of failure for your entire home's privacy. This is all just the intended use. Now, let's talk about the unintended use. Let's talk about hacking. This robot is, at its core, a 66-pound mobile Internet of Things device. It connects to your home via Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and 5G. It is a walking, talking, high-level computer. And any computer can be hacked. We are not just talking about someone hacking your baby monitor. We are talking about someone gaining full telepresence inside your home. A hacker who gains access to your Neo doesn't just get to watch you, but also walk through your house.
They get to interact with you. They get to move around your home. The robot weighs 66 pounds and can lift 150. A malicious actor could use it to walk up to your sleeping child. They could use it to pick up your checkbook, your wallet, or your social security card. They could use it to walk over and turn the knob on your gas stove. This may sound like science fiction fear-mongering, but if the system exists for a good remote operator to do these things, it exists for a bad one to do them as well. The attack surface is enormous. A hacker doesn't even need to breach 1X's servers. They could target your home's notoriously insecure Wi-Fi network. They could use a phishing email to get your 1X login credentials. Think about the data it's collecting. Even when it's not being piloted, it is constantly scanning and mapping your home. It knows your floor plan. It knows what time you wake up and what time you go to bed. It knows what you own. It builds a detailed profile of your entire life. 1X says this data is for training its AI, but where is it stored? How is it anonymized? Is it encrypted? For how long is it kept? If 1X's servers are breached, the hackers won't just steal a list of emails and passwords. They could steal the literal floor plans of thousands of homes. They could steal a database of every valuable object inside those homes. They could steal hours of training data, video and audio from inside your house. This is the trade-off. This is the social contract you are being asked to sign. On the one hand, you get a helper. You get a taste of the future. You get to buy back hours of your life that you currently spend on mundane domestic chores. You get to participate in training one of the world's most advanced AIs. On the other hand, you are installing a mobile, corporate-owned surveillance node in the most private sanctuary you have. You are accepting the risk of corporate misuse, employee curiosity, and malicious hacking. You are betting your family's physical and digital privacy on the hope that 1X's security is absolutely 100% perfect. And in the history of technology, no one's security has ever been perfect. So the privacy question isn't a small one. It is the question. It's a debate we're all going to be having for the next 10 years, because 1X is just the first. They have proven that a consumer-first strategy is possible. They have fired the starting gun. And all their competitors, they've been put on notice. The entire landscape of humanoid robotics just got flipped upside down. 1X's announcement didn't just create a new product, it completely reset the entire chessboard. It fired a starting gun that Tesla and Figure AI, the two undisputed heavyweights, weren't ready for. For the last 2 years, the robot race had a clear and simple goal: win the factory. The logic was simple. Factories are the perfect place for a dumb robot. They are structured, predictable environments. The lighting is consistent. The floors are flat. The tasks are repetitive. Pick up this object from point A and put it on point B. Walk this specific route every hour on the hour. This is the world that Tesla's Optimus is being built for. Elon Musk's vision is end-to-end AI. But its first job, its entire raison d'etre, is to work on the Tesla assembly line. Musk wants a robot that can replace a human worker, performing tasks that are dangerous, boring, or repetitive. His strategy is all about manufacturing in scale. Tesla is at its heart a manufacturing company. They are experts at building millions of complex things, cars, efficiently. So, they're designing Optimus with Tesla-made actuators, Tesla batteries, and a version of the same full self-driving computer that's in their vehicles. The advantage? If they crack it, they can deploy thousands of them in their own factories overnight. They become their own biggest customer. They can test, iterate, and improve at a massive scale, all funded by their multi-trillion-dollar car business. The weakness? The factory is a structured bubble. Teaching a robot to work on an assembly line doesn't necessarily teach it how to navigate a messy bedroom or how to handle a delicate wine glass. Optimus is learning one specific job. It's still a prototype, and as we've all seen from the demos, its progress is deliberate. Then you have the other giant, Figure AI. If Tesla is the manufacturing brute, Figure is the all-star AI team. Figure AI, led by Brett Adcock, has assembled a murderous row of engineers from places like Boston Dynamics, Google Brain, and yes, Tesla. And they have a war chest. They are backed by everyone: Microsoft, NVIDIA, Amazon's Jeff Bezos, and OpenAI. Wait, the same OpenAI that's backing 1X? Yes, OpenAI has placed its bets on both of the leading body companies. They are in effect platform agnostic. They're building the brain, and they want it to run on any body that can win. Figure's strategy, like Tesla's, is industrial first. Their flagship robot, the Figure 03, is a marvel of engineering. It's sleek, powerful, and in its demos it shows incredible speed and dexterity. Its goal is to be a true general-purpose worker for logistics, warehousing, and manufacturing. Their big partnership is with BMW Manufacturing. They are already deploying their first robots in a real-world automotive plant. This gives them a real-world testing ground, real data, and a clear path to revenue. So up until 48 hours ago, the race was clear. It was Optimus versus Figure, a battle of titans to see who could build a blue-collar robot first. The winner would be the one who could master the factory. And then 1X kicked in the front door. 1X with their Neo robot just did a complete flank maneuver. They've leapfrogged the entire industrial debate. They're not building a blue-collar robot. They're selling a white-glove Butler. This is what makes the 1X consumer-first strategy so brilliant and so terrifyingly risky. Think about the data. Tesla's Optimus, working in a gigafactory, will learn how to do maybe a dozen highly repetitive tasks. It will generate a massive amount of clean, structured data about those specific tasks. Figure 03, working in a BMW plant, will do the same. It will learn how to move car parts, sort boxes, and operate machinery. It will generate high-quality industrial data. The 1X Neo, in just one home in one day, will encounter thousands of novel situations. It will see dogs, cats, kids, spilled milk, Amazon packages, and 1,000 different objects in 1,000 different places. It is collecting a vastly richer, more complex, and more unstructured dataset than any of its competitors. This is the chaotic data that AI researchers dream of. This is the data you need to build a true artificial general intelligence, an AI that can adapt, reason, and handle the real world, not just a simulation of it. This is the 1X gamble, that the data they get from 1,000 homes is more valuable for training a go-anywhere AI than the data from 100,000 factory robots. And they are solving the data problem with the brute force solution, the 1X expert. When an Optimus or Figure robot fails in a factory, a human engineer has to walk over, plug in a laptop, and debug it. It's a slow process. When a Neo robot fails in your home, a 1X expert logs in, provides a human-guided solution in real time, and that solution immediately becomes training data. 1X has built a human-powered, crowdsourced data gathering machine. They have, in effect, outsourced the R&D and the training to their customers. And the customers are paying $20,000 for the privilege. This is a complete paradigm shift. So, who wins? Is it Tesla with its unstoppable manufacturing scale and full self-driving AI team? Is it Figure AI with its all-star engineering talent and deep-pocketed partners like Microsoft and NVIDIA? Or is it 1X, the dark horse, the OpenAI-backed company that just skipped the line and went straight for the final boss, the human home? The race is no longer about who can build a robot arm. The race is about who can build the smartest brain. And to do that, you need the best data. 1X is betting that the key to that data isn't in a factory, it's in your kitchen. And they just put a $20,000 price tag on being a part of that experiment. The robot wars have officially begun. So, where does this all leave us? The robot race is no longer a simple marathon. It's a chaotic, multi-front war, and 1X just opened a new front right in our homes. We've talked about the tech, we've talked about the terrifying privacy risks, we've talked about the corporate strategy. But what would it actually be like to live with one of these? You asked for a believable story, so let's imagine. Let's jump forward just a couple of years. The year is 2028. The early adopters have had their Neos for a while. The technology is improved, the subscription is a bit cheaper, and you finally decided to buy one. Let's call this a day in the life. Music shifts to a thoughtful, slightly optimistic and atmospheric tone, like a light sci-fi movie. It's 6:45 a.m. Your alarm goes off. You open your eyes and your bedroom is dark. You say, "Neo, good morning." From the hallway, you hear a near-silent whir, not a sound really, more a presence. "Good morning," a calm, synthesized voice replies. The time is 6:45 a.m. Your first meeting is at 8:30. Traffic is light. I have started the coffee. As you get out of bed, you see Neo glide past your doorway. Its ear lights are a soft, pulsing white, indicating it's on autonomous mode. It's already on its way to the kitchen. You get to the kitchen, and your coffee is brewing. Neo is there, moving with a now familiar, gentle efficiency. It opens the refrigerator, a task it failed at for the first week until a 1X expert showed it how to handle your specific tricky door handle, and retrieves the milk. It sees you, and its head, a featureless but expressive panel, tilts. "You have eggs, spinach, and feta cheese. Would you like me to prepare an omelette?" You nod. You trust it with this. It's learned. Its 22-degree of freedom hands, which once fumbled, are now precise. It cracks eggs with a delicacy you still find mesmerizing. While you eat, Neo goes to the living room. Your kids left a hurricane of toys and pillows on the floor last night. The robot begins its main chore, tidying. It bends, its tendon-driven limbs flexing, and starts sorting. It knows from memory that the blue blocks go in the red bin, and the stuffed animals go in the wicker basket. This is the magic. This is what you paid for. You are drinking coffee, preparing for your day, and the most soul-crushing part of your morning, cleaning up yesterday's mess, is just happening. Silently. You head to the shower. You call out, "Neo, please fold the laundry in the dryer." "Of course," it replies. This is where the magic hits its first snag. You're in the shower when you hear a faint, polite chime from the laundry room. Then a voice. "Task paused. I have encountered an unknown item." You sigh, you wrap a towel around you and go to the laundry room. Neo is standing still, holding up a mangled piece of something. It's your daughter's new swimsuit, the one with all the weird straps. The robot's visual AI is stumped. It doesn't match any known clothing pattern. "This is a swimsuit," I say, annoyed. "Just put it on the two-fold pile." "Understood," it replies. "How should I categorize this item for the future?" "Just swimwear. Special, don't fold." Category special swimwear created. Resuming laundry. It's a small friction, but it's a reminder. It's still a machine. Now, let's fast forward. It's 3 p.m. You're at work, the kids are home from school. They're 8 and 10. They've grown up with Neo, as they call it. It's not a pet, not a person, it's just Neo. You get a notification on your phone. Neo has detected an anomaly. You open the 1X app and tap the live view. You're now seeing through the robot's eyes. Neo is standing in the kitchen. On the floor is a shattered glass. Milk is spreading everywhere. Your 8-year-old is standing nearby, wide-eyed, on the verge of tears. I dropped it, Neo." "A liquid spill and solid-state fragmentation have been detected," the robot's voice says calmly. "The area is unsafe. Please step back." Neo stands perfectly still. Its programming is clear. Broken glass is a hazard it cannot autonomously handle. This is a red flag scenario. A prompt appears on your phone screen. Hazard detected. Neo requires expert guidance.
Allow a 1X expert to connect. You are in the middle of a meeting. You tap Yes. The robot in your kitchen twitches once. Its ear lights, which were pulsing white, turn solid blue. Miles away, an operator named Steve sees your kitchen through his VR headset. "Hello, this is expert 1X Steve," the robot's voice says, but the tone is different, more human. "I see we've had an accident. Everything is okay." Your son, who knows the drill, says, "Hi, Steve." From your phone, you watch as this remote operator, Steve, pilots your robot. He walks it to the closet, has it retrieve the broom and dustpan. He carefully, meticulously sweeps the glass. He gets paper towels and cleans the milk. He's much faster than the robot's autonomous mode. He's efficient. "All done," Steve's voice says through the robot. "The area is now safe." "Thanks, Steve," your son says. The robot's lights turn from blue back to white. The connection is severed. Steve is gone. Neo is just Neo again. It finishes cleaning the floor, then autonomously glides to its charging mat. This is the conflict. This is the reality. Was that a miracle of modern technology? Yes. A dangerous situation was handled remotely, instantly. Your child was kept safe. Your floor was cleaned. Was it also profoundly unsettling? Yes. A total stranger named Steve just had a 10-minute, high-definition audio-visual tour of your kitchen. He saw the stack of mail on your counter. He heard your son's name. He saw the layout of your home. You didn't just buy a product. You bought a service. You bought into an ecosystem. You accepted a social contract. You traded a small, critical piece of your privacy for a massive convenience. This is the future Neo is selling. It's not a perfect utopian dream. It's a complicated, messy, and deeply human compromise.